Okay, so what I'm gonna do, bear with me. I've got a bit of a presentation to go through today. You guys saw my agenda that I put out there. I just wanted to, I was on a presentation last Friday actually, and I saw this slide and I thought it was really good to just kind of share what is going on. This is outside of say Century 21. This is kind of a general statement that I noticed, and I just thought it was important to state the obvious. Most agents have never seen a market conditions like this, and most agents are struggling with how to thrive through a market like this. And a lot of agents are struggling with a lower production than they are used to and are looking for something to blame. I don't know if that's necessarily true or not, but I just wanted to kind of bring this up. You're not alone out there with struggling and challenging markets. And I thought this was really important to note. And again, we got to get back to, we can offer two of these three things, but we can't offer three of them. This is kind of business fundamentals. There's better, there's faster, there's cheaper. So, of course, we want to have a better product and a better service as a premium agent out there. We want to be able to deliver it efficiently and faster in the market. Of course, everybody wants cheaper, but that does come at a cost to either better or faster. So I think that's important language and to remind yourself when you're having these discussions with people challenging you about your commission rate, etc. So I had a friend of mine send me this book, and I thought it was a really great book just to kind of visit this morning. The book is called Be Great. This is one of the gentlemen that actually, if you can see, he's the founder of Century 21 Canada, and with you, Gary Charwood there. But it's a fascinating book. It's a quick read, easy for me to kind of get through it. But I wanted to kind of give this message this morning, and I think this is going to really speak to everybody. There are 5 fundamentals to reach your potential. These foundations, these 5 foundations, act as pillars like a support system for your life that will help you stand tall and inspire you to realize the kind of life you thought was only for your dreams or only in your dreams. The five fundamentals there is your values, your focus, your ability to visualize, for you to inspire others and for you to be inspired yourself. And then, of course, the ability to reflect on where you're at right now, and where I'm at right now, am I reaching my full potential? These 5 fundamentals are reviewed throughout the book, and we dive deep into this concept. And I think just even reading this is kind of a good message for you to see today. Of course, if we want to get greater things out of our business, out of our families, out of our friendships, out of our health systems, we need to understand, who we are when we approach those goals. And with any of those, these are all 5 of these are struggles. By the way, our values absolutely have been struggled over the last few years through the changing markets and how we do business. And sometimes you think, oh, can I do it this way? Can I do it that way? And I know that because we see these challenges and these issues that come up with, hey, your value system should have been kind of sending you a strong message on whether you should or shouldn't do that. Focus for me, this really spoke to me. This was a real big one. This is not a slap in the face, but when I close my door, it means I'm trying to get my focus as well too. And that really is a big challenge, I think, for everybody. If there was one thing I could do today, what is the greatest, I guess, task or job I should do that will bring me the greatest return and benefit to my realizing my potential? And that's kind of a fundamental that we should all be keeping in mind. Anyways, this is a great book. I just wanted to kind of mention that. I did mention in my little Wisdom Wednesday video that I sent out, or agenda I sent out for today, I think we all, this is a question we ask ourselves at the beginning of every year as agents. How do we increase our production? How do we get more deals? How do we actually build a better business and for it to be an easier business for us to deal with every single day? I like this analogy, and I think it's relatable. Ensure we have the mechanics of that vehicle, the agents um, in are, represent the engine. That's poor language there, but we are the engine. We all think of ourselves as that Ferrari type of potential, and I really believe in this business that you all can be, and you all are. Now, what vehicle are you building around that engine? And that's really what my message is today. What kind of systems are you putting in building around you right now? Because both of these cars can have a powerful engine, but when you put the pedal to the floor on that beautiful station wagon, of which I think my parents had a station wagon just like that. That's why I put that there. It was classic, and the door swung out like nice and wide. They don't make them like they used to. We hung off that without any issues. But which vehicle are you building around your business? And that's how I want you guys to be kind of thinking. There's components with any vehicle. Really cute drawing here. Think of all of the elements in your business in the same way. You're building around. You are that driver. You are that engine that will make your business go somewhere. There's a destination. Okay, I'm going to climb into what kind of a vehicle and what components do I have in that vehicle. And so we've got, again, just little cute analogies here, but here are all the components that go into a vehicle. Here's all what makes this vehicle go somewhere. And that's what we're doing with our business. We're trying to make it go somewhere, right? So are we going to be able to get to our destination in a car like this? Maybe this one looks nice and polished up, actually, which is kind of like an analogy of many of our businesses. Oh, that looks like a good car. And then, open the hood and it's not all there. Or do you want to be driving in a more reliable vehicle, more modern, more relatable, more safe, let's say? Well, we got to treat our business in the same way. And these are all the components in order to make your vehicle get to that destination. Sometimes it's a quick drive to that transaction that we talked about in our February kickoff. It's focused on the transaction, absolutely. This session is about building that aircraft. Can it withstand the heat? Can it withstand the time? Can it withstand that pressure? The more you put into your business thinking about these components, the better. And so visualizing what your business looks like, what the success look like for you is the goal here. And I put this little block diagram into the Wisdom Wednesday email I sent out. And two things, I don't know if you guys screenshot this or download it, print it off, and you can do it later. That's why I put it in the agenda there. But I want you guys to do a little bit of reflection on your business. It's May 1st. We're getting close to halfway through the year. Isn't that weird? It feels like spring still. Feels like we haven't launched out of the new year, frankly. But where are you at 5 months into your business? And if you could grade, and I just put a few of these up, if you had to grade these initiatives, these activities for success, what grade would you give yourself? I would also, as I mentioned in the email, which ones of these, if we had to SWOT analyses, which ones are a strength of yours, which one's a weakness? Where are there opportunities in your business? Where are there threats? Again, this is in the spirit of reflecting on your business and your own. And that's what I really wanted to get the message out today. Like, take stock where you're at right now. We talk about different markets. We're in May. We're done the spring market. I don't know if you guys knew that. Spring market's over. The time to work on the spring market for 2024 was fall of 2023. So wherever you are in your top 21 or in your rankings in your business right now, I bet you can source back the activity or the connections back to that fall of 2023. Right now, what are we working on? We're actually working on the fall market right now. By the time you get to the summer or the last 2 or 3 weeks of August and you go, you know what? I got a great idea. I'm going to start working on my planning for my fall market. That's too late. Right now is the market, is the effort you're putting in for the fall market. So yeah, I wanted to put that up there. I think this is a quite a valuable diagram for you guys to reflect on. So you know, I thought this was kind of a cute checkpoint, whether you want to get depressed and kind of look at, oh my God, I'm halfway through the year. But what kind of tasks are you putting into your business right now? And can you create new habits within your business? As I said earlier, I really focus on, and I find that most top performers, although some of them you'll see are working on multiple tasks and projects at one time. To get to that point, you need to be focused singularly on the most important task of the day that will bring you that greatest revenue. And I think, you know, doing a checklist, did I win the day with that one task? I kind of like to recognize that. I just put this up as a tool. I also put this up as a reflection. This is from our business planning schedule there. We're in the month of May right now. You know, it's a wonderful time to get out and about. We're in door knocking season. We are in pop by season. There is so much opportunity for you right now to reconnect with your clients. There is so much that they want to be discussing with you. As I said, if they're not talking about the Maple Leafs, they're talking about their mortgage rates right now, and they're talking about either opportunity to purchase more investment, or they're talking about how they need to downsize or make changes within their lives. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. You guys watch the news like I do. You watch every social media. Like, people are suffering out there. People are asking questions. Are they asking them in their head, and it's just kind of regurgitating, or are you there to give them some direction and some advice? I'm hesitant to play this video. I don't want to depress anybody, but I'll send it afterwards as a token of reflection. I don't want to review this right now, but I do again want to just remind you guys, the goal at Century 21 Millennium is just this. This is, as I'm doing business planning myself right now, I'm looking and reflecting on items that bring our agents an opportunity to increase their production, or bring greater return, or protect their commissions, or have a better quality of life within their business of real estate. Again, whether you're using these items here as a you know, where you're at within your business, and are you using these, fine, but it's items like this that you should be taking advantage of for your business. And there's a lot of work. I am one person. There are at least a dozen people in this company that are all working towards the tasks of giving you the ability to increase your productivity. And again, if that's one thing that you take away from today, how am I increasing my deals this year? That one extra deal. That's where I want your mindset to be. These were notes that I was making, but I think they're important to kind of just read out. Can you visualize your business right now? Are you just waking up in the day without purpose or focus? Or are you, you know, I was chatting with Mom this morning, and I was like, you know, sometimes it feels like, as a manager, and I know Christina and Tio feel this as well too, we are very reactive, and rightfully so, to our agents that have questions, that need resources, that have that support. You are the same way. You tend to be very reactive to your business, and this isn't a criticism. This is we take the path of least resistance. This is a form of survival of the fittest, right? And Darwinism. But so we tend to take the path of least resistance. It's a defense mechanism. The real challenge that we need to shake ourselves out of is if I spend 9 hours of the day being reactive and that that 1 hour is proactive, I really want to flip that. I really want to flip that as a manager. I really want to flip that as an agent. I really want to flip that as a husband, as a spouse, as a parent, as a friend, as a my focus on my health. I have a vision. I have a goal. Am I waking up in the morning with that focus and that purpose? And if you're not, it's okay. We're all with you. We all tend to be in that scenario. And that's what the purpose of this message today is. What is your vision for your life? And what is your vision for your business? And if you got it, and then you can identify it and see it, visualize it really clearly, can you identify the tasks that need to happen to realize that vision? I'm not going to read through this whole thing, but I do see the difference between an agent doing 3 deals a year and doing 20 deals a year. Obviously, the financials will reflect there, but I think it's a subtle difference of just that one thing. I'm not going to wake up today without completing that one task or that one initiative. Have I got that equation? If your income goal is $200,000. By the way, I'm doing lots of calculus and algebra homework these days with Lily and Malik, so I'm all nerding out here. But like, we know the outcome. We know what we want it to equal. What are the variables that need to be added together? And then we need to exponentially grow that opportunity. We got expenses. We got to subtract those expenses, investment. Like, what is that equation? What does it look like? That's not the equation for success, by the way. I put this question up because I think it's one that I'm constantly talking to agents about. Are you prepared to be seen? At any point in time, you could walk into my office or to Teal's office or to any top performer, frankly, you should be able to walk into their space and they're ready to have a presentation about selling real estate or purchasing real estate. Are you ready to be seen? If someone walked into my office today, I want to sell my house, Trevor Evans, can you sell it for me? I'm ready. The question is, if someone did that to you at your home, are you ready? Are you ready? So I think about, like, I really like this digital brochure that we've created there. The end result forces you to do so many things in between to make that happen. By the way, those are in now. But when, doing that open house, or when you are out and about this summer as you're clear on your vision and your tasks, and you can present something to somebody, are you ready to be seen? Like, this little bird here does that analogy quite well. Prepares a nest, puffs out his chest, and then he will attract the goal that he's looking for. Are you ready to puff out your chest, right? So again, those are just kind of messages and themes I wanted to make sure, if as a management and as a brokerage, are we focusing our agents really in the right way this week? That's I think this message is all about. And this is the focus I want and the intention I want everybody to be having these days. So I'm gonna take a little break just on chatting here, but any questions, any comments as I'm sending this message out to you guys? Was that a valuable kind of block to evaluate where things are at within your business? If you had to grade, would you grade yourself, overall 4 out of 10? Would you grade yourself, no, I'm doing it, Trevor, I'm kicking it, 8 out of 10? Great. Like, is that a valuable exercise to be going through? You can just say yes. Yeah, Trevor, it's great. It's a great, valuable exercise there. I know you guys are all thinking it. Yeah. No, again, when in the position that Teal's in, Christina, myself, we're sitting here, Mom, Shazad, like we're we get the questions, we get the, like, so this message this morning is not unfounded, and it's actually coming right back to you guys, because this is the frustration you guys are struggling with right now. You're struggling with your focus, struggling with your vision in your business, and I hope these concepts help you kind of refocus this week. Because what do we got? What do we got left, right, in the summer? What do we got left in this year? We're 5 months into it now. Are you on the path? Are you on that path? You've left the driveway, and are you on your way to your destination? So, okay, cool. That was my break. Let me jump back into my presentation here. Susan's not on the call, but I wanted to thank her. She came out last week and did a great session on taxes, just preparing your taxes. I dropped off my tax check Monday. It was not fun. I had a couple comments from the bank teller, reaction like, oh my God, that hurt. But it's necessary, right? It's part of the equation of our business. We do have expenses, and taxes is one of them. So, but I was really grateful. Suzanne did a wonderful presentation, and everybody that was there, I think we probably had a good, I don't know, 15, 20 people at least. And everybody was really impressed with that conversation. That's a conversation, by the way, we put these sessions on over the years. I see Linda's on the call. This is one of those, as managers, we kept hearing, can someone come out and sit down, kind of go through our taxes, some tax planning, et cetera, et cetera. Yeah, of course. We want to have that as well too. So I was really grateful Suzanne came out and did that. And she's, of course, a bookkeeper. She's not officially an accountant right now, but she's very competent in that. She was just, it was really basics 101 for taxes, how you handle your taxes. So it was quite valuable. Again, she's an agent herself. She knew the audience that she was talking to. A couple of, I guess, just reminders. We've got the May 8th top producer panel. I'm excited about this. We're switching it up a little bit. I've got a speaker coming out, Ron O'Neill, who's got some really great ideas and concepts. He's been doing a lot of work, not just on research for artificial intelligence. He's engaged right now in the government, at the government level, talking to federal government about policies and provincial around artificial intelligence and what we need to be keeping in mind, not just within the real estate business, but with, kind of cascading education, all sorts of things. So I'm really excited to have him come out. We've got about 45 minutes slotted for him. He's going to have some great insight, and of course, we will be having our top producers that'll be sharing. We'll have it kind of panel style, asking questions for both the Brampton and the Orangeville office. So if you haven't registered for this and you are an agent who answers those questions today that I've put out and saying, yeah, I'm not reaching my potential, you should be coming to that session. There's a lot to gain from someone who's already done it within your sphere, and these top producers are within your sphere, and listening and kind of taking 1 or 2 points down. So grateful to have the top producers come out and do that. By the way, our top producer luncheon is we've scheduled that. We are going to the Millcroft, I guess what do you call it? Millcroft Inn, but there's a beautiful restaurant there, beautiful ground. So we'll be thanking our top producers and taking them there and celebrating the Brampton and Orangeville top producers. So again, if you haven't registered for that event, do it. I'm not asking. You should be coming to this event. This is prime stuff, right? So I think everybody on this call is probably coming. So for those watching this recording, book it, get on it.
You're preaching to the choir, Trevor.
I know. And actually, I really am preaching to the choir. You guys that show up every single week, I mean, yeah. You guys are doing this. These are the top performers. You may not be on that list right now, but it is, again, as I said, the results, you didn't just walk in and get the results. It takes time. So you guys are all there. So good stuff. Market conditions. My perspective, I definitely have seen a quietening of activity and reactions, if I had to look back, and I remember in the month of February, I remember Tia was here doing a multiple offer presentation with Sonia. I remember I did one with Beth. There was another one with Jamar. There was somebody else. Like there seemed to be like one after another multiple offers going on. It was incredible. Are they still there? Yes, but I definitely have seen a quietening since about a week or two before the rate announcement. Yeah, back in April 10th. About a week or two before that, I started hearing or seeing I don't want to call it softening, but that February seemed like, in retrospect, that was the spring market, maybe tailing into March. Um, and again, we still have transactions. Like every day, one of my key questions at the front desk, Charisse and Nathaniel, how's it going? Is it quiet? How many deals? How many we got? Like I'm on the front line. I'm asking that question a lot. It's still there. I think yesterday we had 3 listings. We had uploaded there, sorry, 5, and he did 3. And then there was a lot of co-op deals he was processing as well too. So action is there, the market's there, but it's as I think many of you are kind of seeing, it can be hit or miss. Pricing is key. Anything under $1 million is key. I put up these policy changes. It kind of goes hand in hand with market conditions. These are things. These are things that are happening. People are talking about it, and let someone else, decide whether the jobs report that came out in the U.S. is making, people nervous up in Canada when we only had, well, we shed 2,200 jobs. I think the jobs report is coming out shortly for Canada as well too. So in the month of March, we lost 2,200 jobs. In the month of April, where are we at? I think it's next week. Jobs report is coming out. All of these factors, I mean, I'm sure you're picking up on these, you're hearing about these. The question is, what's going to happen with the rates? Guys, whether the rates go up and down, that's not our business. What is our business? Our business are our sphere of influence, our clients, are those transactions. Whether that transaction is going to give you more or less as a percentage, we don't even think about it. Most of you guys don't think about that, and you shouldn't. It's really just about, okay, I got this deal here, they got to do this, they got to make this change here, and I'm being top of mind, and I'm at the right place at the right time. That's not luck. That's intentional. The top salespeople to me are always out. They're always out on the go. I don't want to call it networking, but they're just out doing stuff, and they're meeting new people all the time. That's where we need to be. We need to have our chests puffed out. I don't know if that's the right message. Like that bird, that's what I'm referring back to, that bird session, right? So we gotta be, hey, we got great things happening within our business as a real estate agent. And these are all the great things. You gotta be proud, you gotta be able to stand tall, and you gotta be ready for those opportunities and those conversations, right? These other factors, excuse me, these are not going to impact your business. What impacts your business is your activities, is all of those elements. Are you prepared to take off in that vehicle in your business, right? Excuse me. Monday, May 13th, Terranet is going to be coming to our office in Brampton, Brampton only. Again, if we can get participation in the Orangeville office, I'm speaking to our Orangeville peeps, I'd love them to come up there. Absolutely. We've got to have a threshold of 20 people or more coming out to those, so we can do that in Brampton. So just keep that in mind. Please don't be offended by that. We want speakers like this to come out and kind of walk through Geo Warehouse and the components there. We're also going to be having a lawyer attend that session, so kind of pairing off of each other as well. So that is noteworthy. On Wednesday, June 19th, there is a golf tournament. This is open to all Century 21 Millennium agents. I'm just waiting for further details, and actually Kevin gave me an update email this morning, but I haven't read through it just yet. So, but I made note of this. I know it's the 19th. It'll kind of be like a breakfast, 8:30, 9 o'clock tee off time. It's $200 a person. Its initiative is to be raising funds primarily for Easter seals, but it's also an opportunity for you guys to I guess network with your colleagues. If you want to bring out a client to that, it could be a fun retreat as well too. So that's on a Wednesday. And again, I've had a lot of people asking, hey, can we do this golf tournament? Absolutely, it's coming back. I'm excited about that. So, and then kind of an add-on to that, Krispy Kreme fundraiser for Easter Seals in Brampton and Orangeville. How's that going, Christina? Is that, I think we're picking up on our orders there right now. Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit. We could do better, but we'll push it. It's a good cause. It's all for Easter Seals, and we want to try to claim that 100 spot. I know that first spot, number one. I know that's Kevin's big initiative.
Yeah.
Hey, thanks, guys. Hey, I did.
Oh, you're there.
Okay, you're there. Awesome.
Yeah, so I was trying to wave there at you, and good timing. Sorry, I was a little bit late. I was on another call, but it kind of worked out because I just tuned in last page. So yeah, I thought that maybe I would just let you guys know we finalized all of our necessary components and got a great sponsorship with Cranberry Golf. I'm talking with Dougie Gilmore and either Ken Reed or Ron Black to come out from the NHL alumni and play with us and maybe have some fun games and tournaments. And I'm really trying to make this a really fun day. I know there's an awful lot of golf tournaments out there. I sort of dubbed this whole year as our drive for #1 in Canada. As you guys all know, I'm a very competitive guy, and #2 in Canada just won't sit. So we've got a couple of great things. Our gala is also is up and operational, and booking is online for it as well. So I'll have an online registration and a save the date card that I'm just working on this morning. So you'll be able to sign up. We'll also have some hole sponsorships, a lot of hole entertainment. I did find out that I can put various things on the holes to make them more fun and exciting. And we're talking with a number of sponsors already that are very interested in jumping on board with us. So it's going to be a great day with lots of prizes and some great experiences. I'm going to have a room rate because there's a hotel attached to Cranberry. I'll have a preferred room rate if anyone wanted to come earlier, but we will be serving breakfast and a Caesar bar, of course, at 9 a.m. Because we're not allowed to serve Caesars before 9 a.m. So I pushed our tea time from 9 to 9:30 just so everybody could get a Caesar in them to make that first drive a memorable one. Registration will open up at 8 a.m. on that day. But I'll have a whole pile of this information for you guys out to Trevor by the end of the week. We've got 144 spots. I've already sold a number of teams. And yeah, we said there $200 per person, so $800 for a foursome. And the first 18 people that want to sponsor a hole, which will have signage and marketing to your benefit on it, it'll be $1,000 package. That'll include the foursome and a whole sponsorship. So I'll have all that, guys, out to you so that you can follow along. If you have any questions, always feel free to reach out to myself, and I'll be pumping the information to Christina and Trevor. And sorry to hijack your meeting, but hi.
No, that was perfect, Kevin. I'm grateful that you were on the call. And again, as Kevin said, we were #2 last year, and although Kevin should be really proud of that, Kevin and Jose have really been driving this entire initiative the last few years, and we're really grateful for that. But like to go for #1 spot, it's a big push, and he's going for it, and we're all kind of behind it as well too. Every dollar contributed makes an impact there, guys. This speaks to the heart of a company. Those 5 fundamentals, those 5 pillars. One of our pillars is doing stuff like this. You know, we're not just nice guys and girls. We're trying to give back to our community. We trade real estate, homes. We sell homes. The roof over their heads in this community. We should be engaged in, you know, the great causes or the challenges our communities are facing. And I think both with Easter Seals and the Christmas families and our initiatives we do throughout the year, boy, this speaks really highly to not just the brokerage, but to yourself and the kind of brokerage you're associated with in front of your clients. So great work, Kevin. Really excited about that. I will definitely be teeing off with a Caesar in my hand. So exciting stuff. And again, I've got the order form for the donuts. If you can't make it out to that to the golf tournament, of course, you can do your part for the Krispy Kreme donuts. Those things are ridiculous, by the way. I mean, they just truly melt in your mouth. And I will say, Christina, special kudos here. She had to book this, like, I don't know, in 2023 last summer to get these special rates here. Normally, you buy a dozen donuts for $15.80, and of course, they've given us a discount so that we can allot to our Easter seals there. So really grateful for that foresight, Christina, and planning there. So good job.
The best part is you don't have to go to Heartland and pick them up.
That's right.
We will be dropping them off.
Yeah.
So it's really, who doesn't like the Krispy Kreme donuts?
Yeah. But look, I mean, the ideas here, Popeye gifts, closing gifts, start of the summer, graduation. There's a lot of different things you could be giving those out at that time to be kind of making the first impression to summer to your clients, being top of mind. That's all these Popeyes are. It's top of mind. You know, so-and-so's a good person. They got me, 12 donuts there. I spent the rest of the summer working off those calories I gained that day. So very cute. This is something we're doing a little bit different. I'll just kind of play this in the background. I don't need the music here. But this is something that we haven't had a lot of these kind of social opportunities. And for the Brampton and the Orangeville offices, I think this works quite well. We are planning to have a summer social at this event, at this space. It's roughly, Michelle Scottsy knows exactly where it is. It's on that road. She had a house for sale, a log cabin. Michelle, if you're there, I forget the road it is, but it's a beautiful spot. I think we're planning to play, what is it? Disc golf. So Frisbee.
Yeah, a whole bunch of games. There's disc golf, there's cornhole, there's tons of outdoor.
Wasn't it carnival? It's carnival.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, I'm excited about that day, doing that as a social. There's drinks there. We're gonna coordinate that. We'll put some details out a little later on that. So it's just an excuse to get together, guys, with your colleagues, and have a drink or two, and of course drive responsibly. But this is a great spot, pretty cool setup here. So looking forward to that, and more details, of course. I
think it's pretty family friendly. It's pet friendly, very dog friendly. I haven't been, but what I've seen, it looks like a pretty cool place.
Yeah.
It's a great spot, if I can add in. It's a great spot.
Okay, cool. Jody, thanks for that. So we're looking forward to that. We'll see how it goes. I think we've kind of booked off 40 or 50 at this point, people that we think are going to be there. But if there's more, we'll send out a link if you want to register for that. But should be good. Should be cool. I am not going through that. I'm going to stop this presentation here. Who wants to go through the Canadian budget? Not me, not me. It's 11:45. Obviously, I've taken up a lot of time with my voice today. Let's open it up for any questions, any discussion points on some of the things that I've put out there. Any Tressa questions? Well, you know what? Actually, I will. Actually, that's all I do all day long with Christina, and I wanna. Can I say this, Christina?
What are you saying?
Forms?
Oh, yeah.
Can I?
Sure.
It's being recorded. Christina was just asked yesterday. This is so cool. She was just invited to be a part of the forms committee through AREA. I think there's 5 people that are on this. Is that correct, Christina? Yeah. So I don't know how the word got out about how great she is on these forms and any understanding of that. But that's a huge honor. She didn't apply. Someone word of mouth. This girl here really knows her stuff.
What I will say, what I'm thinking though, is I had applied to an AREA committee like a couple of years ago, and I know that they keep they keep certain applications. So I don't know if,
No,
you know,
my
it just
version sounded
came
way
up.
better, Christina. My version was way better.
Did it? Okay, well, I'll take
Guys,
it. I'll take
Blame
it.
yourself, Christina. Listen,
All I
go
had to
with
do
it.
was say
Own it.
yes, so.
The seas parted and Christina was there to present the path to organizing around Tressa challenges. So
It's
way better.
exciting. It's exciting. We'll see.
No, that's a wonderful kudos. And
2 committees, 1 year.
yeah. And so again, when you guys have questions and you know, Christina's the go-to. You don't have to ask me. No, I wouldn't do that, Christina. I wouldn't do that. No, but really grateful for all of her research. You know, there was a post on Facebook group there. I think it was, I forget the agent, the person, but a leader within, you know, the AREA forums on Facebook, and it's like, hey, guys, your brokerages are there to answer your questions for you. Just don't be coming on these social media groups and expecting us, like we're not here for your beck and call. We have our own businesses. Ray Ferris, again, he's a guy, he's got his own brokerage. And this is a, I mean, I'm sure he gets some sort of compensation, I think, better for all the work that he's doing. He's not, Joanne, you're shaking your head saying he doesn't?
No, actually, that was a lot of the comment when the discussion came up. It was like, do you understand that anybody that volunteers for these committees and task force, they're paid for that. So it's their own time that they're donating to answering, and it is shocking how many brokerage fell behind getting their people ready for that. I'm really happy that we don't see people from our brokerage going, I don't know what to do, because we've got the resource, we've put the time in, we've done the training, and you've got the resource people to reach out to. But it's pretty shocking when you see prominent agents from very prominent brokerages confused about, I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. It's May.
Yeah.
It's like, how can you not know what you're doing? And unfortunately, a lot of it is like, just go to the RICO site and pull up the bulletins. But you know, if you can't figure out a bulletin, like, please come to the table with some of your own research done. We're not babies. We're not being spoon-fed. Do your research, but if you're still, you know, misunderstanding or you've got confusion, call Christina, call Trevor, call Tio. You know, these are wonderful resources. I mean, they know their stuff, and I'm really, really proud of the knowledge base that we have and how we got out in front of this thing. Because yeah, that 2 weeks notice that it was all going to change was lovely, wasn't it? Anyways,
Yeah, and
proud of the
actually,
team, very proud of the team.
to that point, the changes and, you know, the finessing still are taking place. So, you know, we're reading those updates, we're gathering those. And I gotta say, you know, I like to appreciate Kevin being on this call to kind of share on that. Guys, we got a lot of heads talking all the time and bouncing back and forth on testing this and testing that. Really, you are all in a wonderful, not just wonderful brokerage. I gotta say, we are one of the strongest when it comes to giving you advice from a trusted question, and I see it all the time. I should say, last week I was on the phone with with Rico several times in discussions on complaints that we're filing. We are actively filing complaints against agents in the industry. Not to be jerks, not to be self-righteous, but boy, there's some incompetence happening out there, and it's interesting to hear the reputation that Millennium is getting from different fronts. And one of them is, you guys really know your stuff out there. Wow, and you know, bantering back and forth with Rico customer care, they're impressed. I'll just leave it at that. But yeah, no, congratulations, Christina. That's a big deal. I will say, guys, again, I want to remind us, as Joanne said, hey, you guys should know this now at this point. True, but reminders, get that RICO information guide signed first. That is step number one. So
Yep.
I want to see, when you submit paperwork, the ideal paperwork. Again, I was on the phone with an issue yesterday. I'm not going to go into details. here's an ideal situation. You're working with a buyer, you get that RICO information guide, that's signed day one. And then on day two, for example, you get a buyer representation agreement signed. That's day two. And then on day three, you've got an offer submitted 3 different times, 3 different components. I do not want to see everything submitted all in the one shot and away you go. You expose yourself in that scenario. You're setting yourselves up for questions. If anything gets pushed back, I didn't know what I was signing. There was 6 different documents, more, plus a 13-page RICO information guide, plus I signed a contract. I didn't know I signed a contract. Do yourselves a favor. RICO information guide first, buyer representation agreement first, second, and then your offer. Yes, I know sometimes that doesn't always happen, and sometimes you're, oh, we got to do it. No problem. You're good. It's just RICO will look fonder in a scenario like that. The second thing I
Trevor,
will, yep.
Trevor, like, I just wanna, I know it's gonna add on to that, but what he's talking about is the separate, the documents being sent separately. It will make a big difference, when you are in court and a buyer is saying, I didn't get that, I didn't see that, like separating the times out to send, guys. And Trevor, I appreciate all the work you've done on that with RICO, because it is so hard to get them to make a commitment, put anything in writing of what are the parameters, and you're certainly earning a reputation for yourself there.
Cool. That's cool. Schedule A's. Gotta have the Schedule A's. Gotta have them. They're there. They're templated out. Christina has done a wonderful job laying those out. Is it perfect? No, we do. Oh, we forgot this. We got that. Okay. But guys, 99% of what you guys need are on the templates. And I'm grateful for that. But the Schedule A's are all clear there. If you need to do some add-ins there are TRESA clauses you can insert there. Just go into your office clauses and then type in TRESA, and then boop, it'll pop right up if you have any questions. And then, we're covering pretty much, as I said, 99% of the items of question. Then if you got a question above and beyond that, just reach out to one of the managers, right? So Schedule A is one. And I've mentioned this before, but I will mention it because we are recording this, of course, and I need to remind people, when you take a listing, you must do your due diligence on that listing. Do yourself a favor, get that mortgage verification form complete, number one. And does it include all loans? Of course not. I would, as part of a due diligence, just the step of completing a mortgage verification and acknowledging that with your client, that they have the funds there somewhere in written communication, that you've had the conversation. That's you got to get that in there. We are having listings go to the market, about to close, and the deal falls apart because the seller is underwater. They don't have enough money to pay back their lenders or other debts in order to close on the house for the buyer. 3 of the RICO complaints I filed in the last month was accusing the agent of not even having the discussion. Trevor, how are we supposed to know everything? You're not supposed to know everything. But remember, you owe fiduciary duty to your clients. It is argued that if you did not ask that question, you did not represent your fiduciary obligations to that seller and putting them in a position. And they will, if they're the ones getting sued, which they will, if they can't close, they'll be pointing the finger at you as the target because you got the insurance and they know it, and they're going to play ignorant. So let's do yourselves a favor, get acknowledgement somewhere you've had that fiduciary conversation about their finances of selling that house. I feel like I'm doom and gloom, but these are the things that I'm having discussions on. And this is the pain points. And this is where the big dollars are going to start coming at you for lawsuits. So,
and just to piggyback off of that, the May 13th session in the office with Geo Warehouse is going to talk about their new title check feature. that's been rolled into Geo Warehouse so that you can pull the report right there. I think it's $35. You know, but they're going to show you if you've never pulled one or you're not sure how to read it. What does it mean when something gets just discharged, when it gets transferred? How do you know who owes what? Well, who do they owe it to? Is it a loan? Is it a mortgage? Is it a lien? So that's going to be taking place on the 13th. We're going to have them come in, and I think hopefully have that lawyer piggyback off that topic as well.
Fantastic. Guys, we are coming to the end of our session with a few minutes left to go. I really do want to just, there's one thing I want you guys, oh man, just ruined that whole present lineup. Okay, there we go. There's one thing I want you guys to really just keep in mind, you walk away from, take stock in your business right now. Are these systems set up within your business? How would you score them? Get self-reflective. It's May. We're building momentum right now for the fall market. Keep that in mind. And I think everybody here has within them to be building a business, not like the top one. Some of you feel like, oh my God, that's what I've got right now. You know, maybe not. Maybe you're in between there. Maybe some of you just don't even have a bicycle to pedal around. I don't know yet. But, you know, get those fundamentals in your business. We need to be treating your business and visualizing what that success looks like in your life. So that's I'll end it on that, and appreciate everybody showing up today on this call, although I recorded it for others. I appreciate you guys attending. Cool. Have a fun week. We'll chat next week. Bye guys.